everybody knows is capoed on the 3rd fret, and the verse and intro chords consist of D's, A's, C's, and G's that we'll be making. The first chord is a standard D chord that I make with my first finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, my ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and my 2nd finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. I feel like this is the standard way that most people make D chords, but just to be clear, Ryan Adams actually inverts his 1st and 2nd fingers. He puts his 1st finger on the 1st string 2nd fret and his 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. It's the exact same notes being fretted, it's just a bit inverted from how I do it. I'm going to play it this way because that's easiest for me. That's the first chord of the song. The second chord of the song, out of this shape, you're going to move your pointer finger to the 4th string 2nd fret, and you're going to pluck or strum from the 5th string down. Make sure that your 3rd string is ringing open and that you've still got your 2nd and 3rd fingers planted where they were on these strings earlier in your D chord. If you're Ryan Adams, you would be moving with your 2nd finger to the 4th string 2nd fret, and everything else stays the same. In the 2nd chord, after you strum through it, you'll usually hear a pull-off happen off of the 1st string 2nd fret to 1st string open. And if you're fretting that string with your 2nd finger, you just pull your 2nd finger off to make the 1st string ring. If you were fretting it with your 1st finger, you'd pull your 1st finger off. After those 2 chords, you then go to a C chord. You're going to move your 2nd finger to the 5th string 3rd fret. You're going to leave your ring finger where it's been right here on the 2nd string 3rd fret. And you're going to strum from the 5th string through the 2nd string. As you strum those strings, you're going to hammer on with your 1st finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. And then you're going to pull off on that same string, revealing an open 3rd string. All of that is happening with my 1st finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Hammer to the 2nd fret, pull off of the 3rd fret. After you've got that down, then you hammer on again with your 1st finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. After the C chord, there is a hammer-on riff that takes place that's going to start on the 6th string 2nd fret, and I start it with my pointer finger, and I strum it by picking up strum, or an up pick on the 6th string. And then the next note, I hammer on with my 2nd finger to the 3rd fret. Then the 3rd note of this run, I pick open on the 5th string with my pick, and then I hammer on with my 1st finger to the 5th string 2nd fret, and then I pull off of that same fret with my 1st finger, revealing again the open 5th, and it comes together like. So sometimes that last note I might play as a pull off, sometimes I pick it for emphasis. I'm not really sure exactly how Ryan Adams does it, but that's definitely the run right there. And then you string those together. The second time through, it just stops on the C and doesn't go to that run, then jumps back up to the D. The last time through the verse, instead of going to this A major feel, the last time through it goes to an A minor, and then back up to the D. Alright, with the chorus chords are a bit easier. You're going to play a standard C chord, and Ryan Adams plays it with an added 5th right there on the bass string that I play with my ring finger. There's some hammer-ons that take place or pull-offs that you can hear happening with your 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and then move into the G chord. I just play this G chord with 2 fingers, my ring finger on the 6th string 3rd fret and pinky finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. I don't even add the 3rd into it. Usually you would add the 3rd of this chord for a full G, but I can't really distinctly hear the 3rd, so I'm not playing it. And I'm blocking out the 5th string with my ring finger. After the G chord, you move to an F, and I can hear a hammer-on happening again with your 2nd finger onto the 3rd string 2nd fret, maybe a pull-off as well, and then into an A minor chord. And in this A minor chord, you may be hearing some hammer-ons happening on the 2nd string 3rd fret, or pull-offs on the 2nd string 2nd string 1st fret, or really any of these notes that you're fretting in an A minor. You could be hammering into them or pulling out of them in that chord for embellishments, the way that Ryan Adams does. And those are the chords to the chorus. Whenever you come out of the chorus and move back into this D, there's a couple of different things that Ryan Adams does. There's a riff on the album that sounds like, and the way that you play that riff is I go from the 4th string 4th fret to the 4th string 5th fret, and I do that as a slide up, and then 3rd string 2nd fret, and then open, and then open on the 4th string, and then an A minor. So that's one riff. Another riff that he sometimes does is inside of this D chord, hammering on with your pinky finger on the 3rd string 4th fret, then back down to the 2nd fret, and then falling down into this C, and walking it down to the 2nd fret of the 5th string into the A minor. Another way that he also approaches this last run is sometimes he will play a D 7th maybe. I'm playing this with my ring finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, 1st finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, and ring finger on the 1st string 2nd fret. And then sliding your 1st and 2nd finger up 2 frets, then back down, and then into the A minor. And there are different ways that he does that, and in different rhythms and different kind of areas of the measure, but there's a slide that sometimes happens there. And I think that those are pretty much all the embellishments that he does. Sometimes coming out of this A minor, he runs up into this C. It's basically the same hammer-on from earlier, except for on the 5th and 4th strings instead of the 6th and 5th strings. So instead of, it would be, and those are the chords to Everybody Knows.